Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
I did 17 years, homie. Real tears on these words, homie. Hitting staple baloney push-ups and hella top rhyming, hella notebooks with all my rhymes. It's like a map book from where I started. Ciphering, trying to be the hardest on the yard. Some of the hardest rappers got a never day. We'll never hurt they mama, we'll never see they say. I feel blessed, so I rock with my loved ones. I left behind good count times and cold lunch. Yeah, mama, I'm on one. I'm free, ain't no words of expressions. See my smile, that's real, no fake shit. You would too if you seen that the moves was basic. Game made, heartbreak kid. Living in reality, mid 30 with some kid shit. Damn, they like 50 in that clip or better. Boy.
Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
Death. See, it could be lightweight discouraging when you first start off lives, but you have to understand the purpose of building. That means you start off with one person, two person, and go to four. So we have four, and the next thing you know, bam, we had 10, we building. How many people would it take to make an audience? Shit, for me, 3 people was an audience. Because today we're going to talk history. We're going to talk a little history for those that are new or don't know. A little Wes Watson history. Like, new people wouldn't even know that there was a connection between Dirty and Wes Watson. Actually, Dirt's career, my career and Wes Watson on YouTube. You would never know that there was a smooth, cold connection there. So, first we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this this clip of Wes Watson on Adam 22. And I promise you, I'm gonna be uncut. I'm gonna be uncut because as much as I would have liked to hate on Wes, some of the stuff he say is shit. That shit was true as shit. Some not, some true. So let's see. Invite. No, we're not inviting yet. We are presenting. We are sharing screen. And we are watching Wes Watson. See, I'm a shared art that applies to me most. Remember, it's the Front Street Bakery. We come equipped with airplanes, trains, and automobiles. Exchanging message through fellowship. All right. So let me lay the foundation, and then I'm gonna go backwards. Let me lay the foundation. So Wes Watson is talking about getting DP on a level 4 yard. DP on a level 4 yard. Now, the reason why he said he got wait a minute, he didn't get DP, he just got checked. But it's so extreme to where even people that's been in prison is like, nah, that's a little extreme right there. But I'll let y'all be the judge of it. So let's get into it.
Vanilla. And I washed one of my socks when I was bird bathing. He's like, where's your sock at? like, what, dog? He's like, where's that sock? Because I hang it on my clothesline. Everything needs to be hung. I'm like, I put it in my locker, dude. Like, he's like, go wash it. And I'm like, what the fuck, dog? It's not that serious. He's like, go wash the sock. We don't have dirty clothes in the house. And it makes sense. You could have some biker celly or some burnt ass celly who's got his shit covered boxers stuffed in the locker, and you're in a small ass fucking dingy cell. There's no AC, bro. Like, you're burnt. You're sitting there sweating all day, and it's got smelly ass shit in the cell. So, you know, we can't fight on a level 4 yard, no hands policy. So he's telling me, boxers, I'm gonna stab the shit out of you. And I'm like, new. I'm like, come on, dog. He's not that serious. I'll do it later. He's like, go wash it right now. I go wash the shit. But that was like one of my first introductions to how crazy motherfuckers are in there. He was gonna stab me over not washing my sock.
I had a dude in here who did prison time, and he told me that he got DP'd because he brought the mop into his cell.
100%.
So that's normal?
100%. Get DP'd for doing anything wrong.
Really?
Dude, you get DP'd. I got DP'd. Okay, look at my bunkie. I dropped a fat ass sack in the day room. I was whacked out, like on.
My bad. I was talking and shit. Mike was muted. My bad, bro. Damn, man. So now I gotta go back. Again, First Street Bakery comes equipped with airplanes, trains, and automobiles. Sirens, all this shit. So let me see. Where did I leave off at? Well, shit, I don't think I even left off. I gotta start from the beginning. So what I said is that the celly that he had that was tripping off of him, he had over the dirty sock. What I said is that blacks, as far as us, you got a lot of blacks that work out. You got a lot of blacks that play sports and shit. So can you imagine people that come from the streets to the pen with the ideology of dirty clothes here, go in a hamper, and they just sit until somebody do them? No, that's not their business. That means when you come in the cell, it's gonna smell like dick and balls, dick and sweaty, musty balls, because you ain't washed your clothes. You got 5 pair of boxers in a dirty clothes thing under the bunk. That don't work. So I can see how some races have just came to the point where, motherfucker, you better wash that shit, every sock, every corner of your boxers and everything. I can see it. So now we're gonna get to the drug part. This is the funny part. I'm about to have y'all rolling with my honesty. I promise you, I'm about to have y'all rolling with my honesty. Y'all might even have a paradigm shift when y'all look at me and I admit that I abuse substances in prison. So I'm gonna draw a correlation with Wes. Right now, I ain't saying whether I like Wes or not. I'm just reacting and talking about what I saw. All right, let's get back to it.
On some meth, smoking speed, paying like $60 for a strip of foil from the kitchen so I could make my candle and smoke my shit, straw shit. And I'm on fucking Plenty of Fish. I'm on the phone. I'm on XXX videos, watching porn.
Beating your limp ass dick on meth.
Dude, my hand on the.
All right. He said it. He said it. I ain't said he said it. But I promise you, around, and I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to be straight honest with y'all. One day I was in Old Folsom, right? And I went to the young homie cell. I'm trying to sneak out to the yard. And to the mini yards, because they got dice games and all that shit cracking. I've never done meth in my life. Never. I sold it. I didn't do it. So next thing you know, I go in the young homie cell, right? They got this big ass jar of Folgers, because we do want to get wired. We get wired off that 4T Walter Folgers crystals. So the homies was over there making some concoction with this coffee that I'm not even tripping. Like, I don't even know that the concept of this exists. So next thing you know, I noticed one of the young homies was like, I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm like, it's coffee. But not everybody drinks coffee. Okay, I get it. I'm like, man, pass that motherfucking coffee. Pass the coffee. Man, I say about 10 minutes later, I felt so good, so energetic. I felt like I could run across the yard. Like I could do 27,000 laps. And I'm not knowing that I've been drugged. I didn't know that. Being drugged never felt so good. I had state boots on. State boots on. I went to the mini yard and I called every young homie under 30. If you under 30, I'm calling you out right now. On the basketball court, under 30, 6 of them, whooped them all till I got to the last one. When I got to the last homie, we went point up, meaning like we was tied and going back and forth. 6 people in a row. So finally I was like, wait a minute. Why can't I go to sleep? Like, I'm feeling too good. Like it's 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and I still feel like it's 12 in the afternoon. What the fuck is going on? So I go talk to the homies. And I've come to find out they didn't put crystal meth in this coffee. They didn't drug me. But the funny part was that I liked it. It felt good. I liked it. Because that night, I played with my weenie for a long time. It felt good too. I played with my weenie until like the skin was coming off. Like I'm telling you, like I had never felt nothing like this. This was like better than a family visit. It damn near felt to me. This is the truth. But this is also coinciding with the same time that cell phones was coming in. So now we got porn on the phone, and we able to, enact and live out our fantasies, these drug-induced fantasies in our mind to get through the night or through the day or through the urge to release. So he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. And to add to it, I'm gonna say there's nothing like masturbating on meth in prison. There's nothing like it. So he's telling the truth. Stunner chick. I don't know if I have your number. I got your IG though. Damn, this is the biggest spider ever by my foot. It's so big, I don't even want to step on it.
Look at not even busting a nut, just watching another video after another video after another video after another video, just flipping. Dude, parachute like 2 grams, smoke a gram, like parachute, like wrapping some toilet paper, just swallow it.
And how many days are you staying up?
12 days.
You're not going to bed.
Nah, 14 days. And now I'm fucking looped and I drop a huge sack because I'm the one I got to work at the time. Drop a huge ass sack and my bunkie goes to the dude Dutch who has a yard. My bunkie's like, hey, Wes is tripping over there. Like, he dropped a big ass sack and he was fronting on the other races and shit. And Dutch is like, get your ass up. Tony's like, what? He doesn't really know. Then Dutch calls me over and he goes, why's your bunkie? He didn't give a fuck. I was fronting on the other races. He's like, why's your bunk telling on you?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you know what time it is? He's telling on me. My business. So I go back and I beat the dog shit out this fat motherfucker back, like just whooping the fuck. He had buggy whips, trash bag of a belly and titties. Like he was a shot out motherfucker. I'm coming back yoked at like 250, like
right,
banging workouts, doing handstand push-ups till my head's bleeding, just mashing them on the ground. And I come in, I just max this full out, breaking them all over the day room, just fucking them up. And I threw him through like the blacks area, like area I shouldn't have. And then I got DP'd for that. And the worst part was the people who got to DP me was Tony and this kid Flex I fucked up the week before over him tripping on watching Breaking Bad.
Really?
Like he was like, no, we're watching the encore version. And everybody at the day room was like, no, you were getting your package. And Flex like, no, we're watching the encore version. I'm like, come back here, dude. And he comes back and he swings on me. And like we're wrestling in the day room fighting, and like I just head off the bottom stair. It was like top tier. It's like up and like a Delano like level 2, and it's like the tower 180 setup means everything's along one wall. There's not.
Wait a minute.
Like a Delano like level 2, and it's like there's a gun tower. 180 setup means everything's along one wall. There's not like.
Did y'all catch that?
Block 6, block 7, block, and we're on the bottom right here. And I smacked his head off the stair. And
hold on. Let me get back to.
And I'm just blasting.
Let me get back to this.
I'm like, move your hands, bitch. And like I'm making him move his hands. And I'm just sticking my fingers in his eye, like just smacking him.
Get back to it.
And just brutalize him for a while. One wall. There's not like, and this is like. And like a Delano like level 2, and it's
okay.
Like
did y'all hear how he went from a level 4 to a level 2? Y'all hear how he blended that shit? He made it seem like he was on a level 4 active crazy ass yard, but then this motherfucker just said Delano level 2. Back then, the only active level 2s was really involving like the Mexicans, and most of them was as soon as they got there, they crashed out and went level 3 and 4. So wasn't no violent ass shit happening on level 2s like that, unless it was Chino or something. But this type of shit here on level 2, but you see how he said he blended a level 4 180 with a level 2 like it wasn't nothing. Listen to this shit.
Like there's a gun tower, 180 setups, everything's along one wall. There's not like, and this is like 5 block, 6 block, and we're on the bottom right here. And I smacked his head off the stair, and he just lit, and I'm just blasting him, and he just covers up. Hands, bitch, and like I'm making him move his hands. And I'm just fingers in his eye, like I'm just smacking him with him. brutalize him for a while. Then when I got DP'd, he got to D, and my bunkie Tony, and I whooped both their asses. Same 2-week period.
But when you get DP'd, you can't fight back.
No, you can. It's 23 seconds.
Oh,
so
okay.
W is 23. So we do 23 seconds.
W for white.
Yeah, for white. And so like a 20 is so stupid. So 23 seconds, and then
23 seconds. I didn't see white boys get whooped for 523 seconds. Like, I don't know what's 23 seconds supposed to do, especially when you violate it. And if you violate, you got DP because you whooped him and sent him to another race. That means you potentially could have started a riot, and all you getting is 23 seconds. I don't believe that shit.
but they had a plan. You know, we put the sheet up, we pulled the bunks apart. They had a plan. You know, the mother Tony goes and grabs my legs, and Flex just tees off on me, just trademarks my face up, me up all bad. And I'm sitting there on the racket, coming down off a major speed binge, just fucking broken, bro. Now I got my ass whipped in front of all my people,
Right.
and I got DP'd, and I'm and that was when I turned my life around. That was the thing that made me turn my life around. I was so defeated. I still did my time like a G the rest of the time. Like, I still put in work. I still was with the business. I still did everything I needed to do. But I knew in my heart right then, I'm like, I am never getting high again. Like, this is so. What the was I doing?
You're just making your life way too difficult.
Oh my God. If anyone was a self-sabotage master, it was me.
Right.
I'm gonna say, and some of y'all that's commenting, I can't see the comments right now. I'm just letting y'all know, but we're gonna double back on it. The thing about getting DP is that it's meant to teach you multiple lessons at one time. That's why it really matters where you get DP. You can get DP'd in a cell. You can get DP'd on the yard. You can get DP'd at work. It matters. But when you get DP'd on the yard for everybody to see, or in the day room for everybody to see, that means fuck you. That means you gone, man. That means we're going to set an example for everybody to see. That means you got to go now. You got to go now. If you get DP'd in the cell, then that's basically saying, like, yeah, the homie fucked up, but it ain't a cardinal sin. Like, it's one that we can let live. But this offense right here requires hands-on. So, yeah. But we don't want the homie to leave. So y'all two go up in the cell and max him out one time. All right, let's finish it.
I was hurt, bro. I was good at shit. And I would just self-sabotage with alcohol. Start sipping, do a little bump. Start sipping, do a gagger. Fucking gaggers to the max.
What's a gagger?
Just a big ass. Like, I was clogging pens with fucking shit in there. Like,
damn.
Crazy shit.
Clogging pens.
Like, dude, literally.
Damn. All right, so the average motherfucker might make a line, like a little line or whatever. He might take a pen like this, and then snort his line like that. This motherfucker said he was clogging a pen. Oh my God. Damn, that means he wasn't even breaking it down. He was sharding up the nose full throttle. He was probably boo-booing shards. Yeah, damn. Clogging a pen. Who does that?
If you do a big enough gagger in prison to clog up a fucking pen, the motherfucker's probably fucking $1,000.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you broke the coke up enough.
No, it was speed. You know,
it
but
was speed.
Yeah, but no, but just such big lines, like fucking boom, of speed. Like,
and I mean, you stay up for 12 days or whatever. The hangover has got to be like the gnarliest.
Oh, the hangover's
thing ever.
like kill me.
There's like four
yeah.
days of
Please,
you just
God,
up in a ball, right?
Shoot me in the face. I'm done.
We just
see. That's the. All right, get off my screen. All right. So One thing I will say, that motherfucker said 12 days. I had a partner, we used to go slug for slug, and that motherfucker used to stay up for like 6, 7, 8 days. He said on the streets it'd be like 15. I remember one time coming by his cell, that motherfucker was half on the bunk, half on the ground, phone on the floor, bundle on the floor. Like, that's what really it takes hella long to, damn, I'm looking at my Wi-Fi and it's showing like one thing. So if my Wi-Fi is buffering, let me know. Because now I'm about to get into the correlation of Dirty and Wes Watson, because a lot of people, they don't be knowing I be done interviews with a lot of different people in the genre. Like, they don't know because for whatever reason, I'm the soldier boy of the prison genre. I done fucked with everybody in one form or fashion. Some people, we never even did interviews, but I gave them the game early on to where it's always love and respect. And I could double back whenever I want. That's the benefits of leading with love. All right, so the correlation with Dirty and Wes Watson. So we all know I started taking my channel serious in 2018, and I was backed by Big Hurt, Divorce Court, and Steve Wilkos. I was backed by that type of hoopla to start to really take my channel serious. So in 2018, that's when I started with the prison stories. About 2019, I'm homeless and shit, and I'm trying to figure this shit out. Then my channel takes off a little, but guess what? By 2019, I only had 230 subs. 230 subs, that's all I had. And I promise you, I made a tribute video to all 230 of them subs. Like, letting them know, well, I didn't get all 230, but I'm just saying the ones that showed up repeatedly, like in the comments of the videos, because back then it wasn't no lives. Back then it wasn't even, I wasn't even able to have a one-on-one live yet, because you had to have 1,000 to go live. StreamYard came later. So it was basically your videos and the comments. And I made a tribute, 230 subs in. But I couldn't get to 1,000. I didn't even know that there was a goal to meet 1,000 and what happens when you meet 1,000. I didn't even know you can get paid off of YouTube when I started. So now we in 2019, summertime. And I'm scrolling through. Like, I didn't consider myself like the first person that started the prison genre. It still didn't. Matter of fact, at this point, there still was no prison genre name yet. This is around that time, 2018, 2019 is when that name came. And I'm scrolling through and I see Wes Watson. I'm like, what? I'm like, this extra ass white boy right here. Like, boy, I'm telling you, he'd be the one on the yard that we going for. Like, he'd be the one that, as we sitting back playing spades or playing pinochle, we talking about shit. If it ever went down, like, he might be walking by to go to the phone or something, and we'd be sitting there like, shit, man, look, if it ever go down, shit, I'm going for that white boy first. That's good money right there. He big in a motherfucker, though. He probably gonna try to air out a hell of us, so we just gonna get him out the way. That's how motherfuckers was thinking from where I'm from. So all the extra shit he was talking when he came on, all the extra flexing, we was like, people like, for me, we was like, yeah, you wasn't doing that to no black people. You was doing that to your people. You meant this to your people, because you ain't speaking for no genre that I was a part of, because ain't no white boys or nowhere I've been like that with other races. They like that with their people. They be punking. So every story he really told was about him punking his peoples. So then he told the story about the riot in Oklahoma. Oh, that's where he fucked up. Like, I had nothing to say. I had never trolled anybody. I realized, looking back, that was a troll video. I had never trolled anybody. And then he told the Oklahoma riot story. And I had just heard the story from the homie that was there when it happened, that was involved. Like, when we said he was my celly. So he's sitting back, he telling me the story. What he got to lie for? So then when I hear Wes Watson's version of the story, I'm like, this shit ain't adding up. This motherfucker's lying. I know because I know the story. And I made a video. Bam. With the homie on the video that was in the pen. He came on the video and told exactly how it happened. Direct contradiction to what Wes Watson said. Direct. That motherfucker came. Hey, look. That video right there was the first video that I ever really did that actually went viral. Going against Wes Watson. So I got to give him credit. Like, that video is the video that got me over 1,000 subs. So thanks, Wes. Thanks a lot. But what I do want to say is the name of this live is Wes Watson Excellent. Like Mr. Burns, excellent. Because you know what? He did a Tupac. He peeped the weakness in the rap game and exploited it. Peeped the weakness in his whack game and exploited it. Bow down. That motherfucker Wes Watson peeped the weakness in the YouTube game and exploited it. That motherfucker a millionaire now. That motherfucker's a millionaire off of properly exploiting YouTube. I call that a successful robbery. That Wes Watson came in and hit a lick and bounced out. And I ain't mad at you. All right, man. Link is open. It's the Front Street Bakery. It's the Front Street Bakery. All is welcome. We playing defense against trolls. I got my mind right. If they get in, they might get in one time, and then once they bap, they bapped. I heard there's a 24-hour sucker standby button. Please do not, all the wrench mob, please do not be afraid to bap they ass out for 24 hours on sucker standby. All right, so I see Twitch ain't working. So Twitch peoples ain't up on the Dirty Nation. So we're going to remove Twitch now. And we're going to stream to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. So change. We're going to see if Twitter, we're going to mix it up. See, that's how we got to do it here. We got to mix it up a little bit. Trucker Divine, what's happening, man? CB, Wolf Walker, Jay Weezy. The homie D-Loc is going to come through when he catches you live. I told him the appropriate time to go live. I told him about the other New York homie we wanted to meet. Yep, it's all good. Yeah, because I got one more. Somebody said, what am I smoking? Sir, too short, coming straight from Oakland. This is called Green Mint Oasis. Green Mint. Oh, shit. The back say Government Oasis. What the fuck kind of weed is that? Yeah, hold on. I ain't tripping, right? Let's just say Government Oasis. 35%. Government oasis. I know I'm high because I read the whole thing wrong. It say government oasis right here. I wonder what I said. What I said, green mint? Oh, 35%, not bad. And you know how, for me, I smoke a lot of weed. So for me, like if I'm 35 minutes into a live and I had already had the blunt rolled before I even started the live, I mean, that's some good shit. Cause but I didn't be in 20 minutes past, I be in the smoke too. This what it looked like. This is. All right, and then after this, with Drina's blessings, I will stream to her channel as well. I'm driving dirty, allegedly. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would never encourage you to do that. All right, so we're gonna back out of Twitter. And then we're gonna step into Drina's Haven. All right. So now we're streaming the Drina's Haven. Everybody that's just coming through, welcome to the Front Street Bakery. I'm your host, a man of many names. I wish I could just call myself Dirty Weather 916, but that's a character. So for everybody that's coming from Drina's channel, hi, I'm Curtis. Now, I made sure I didn't bite my tongue, and I talked about a lot of different things in this live to make it, to have topics. A lot of different things. What's up, ZG? That's one thing I've always been, was candid. I never hid the fact that I battled addiction before. Matter of fact, I made it to where I couldn't hide it because there was music that I made. Like, I promise you, some of the greatest music in history was created by some people that was on drugs. Some of the greatest songs was created by most creative songs was created by somebody that was on drugs. I bet you. So for me, at that point, I felt so musically inclined that I said I was gonna build a whole world, musical world and movement inspired by people that did drugs and didn't care. Like that's how big I was thinking off of that shit. So a perfect example of a song that you guys have now heard, that was when I said the guy's name was Citrus, which is Curtis spelled backwards. That was a character that I created that was a drug addict. And it was a character that I created that was a drug addict before I even did drugs, like just off of experience and asking questions and shit. But that song, Reverse Formation at the Green Light, that song right there was a Citrus song. That's not normal. There was nothing normal about that song. Like, you heard all my other songs, like the Dirty Weather, the Prison Level 4, you heard all that. But then all of a sudden you hear this one song and you're like, damn, this shit is tight and it's different. That's what's up. We need more of that guy. So I made sure when I was in that moment in my life that I wrote hella Citrus songs. And they just as crazy as each one. And one day As I get more candid, I'll open up and I'll share citrus songs in the mind of that guy. Just for learning purposes. That's it. Just for learning purposes, because that's not who I am no more. And my message is entirely different. But the thing that I will be highlighting is the creativity in what happens when you take that journey. Now, a lot of people take this journey that I'm talking about and they don't come back. They don't come back. And that's where somebody like me finds conflict, because I understand the journey that you're on. Like when I encounter people that are on drugs, it's the realization that I have to come to first, that I know what it feels like. Like I know what their mind, like I know what they're going through. If they feeling hella good, they animated, amped up, they sad. I know the blank look in the eyes. I know all of that because I've taken this journey that people are on, which is why I always say, for me personally, some people are on the contrary, but I say the best drug counselor is somebody that knows what the person is going through, like somebody that's been there. I think that's the best type of teacher / counselor. But some people, I understand, they feel contrary. You don't gotta you don't got to have done drugs to be able to help or teach somebody. I feel that too. But for my learning purposes, I want to learn from somebody that's been there, so they can tell me what and what not to do, because one of my strong suits is learning from somebody else's mistake. That's my strong suit. So run that shit. What do you mess up at? That's one thing about prison is you got the best the best failures, people that best have failed at what they was doing, and most of them probably had a run too, and then they did something wrong. They got compromised along the way. And so me, I'm the little kid that comes in. So what happened? You got compromised? How? What happened? And it always came down to a female, some money, or some drugs. It always came down to one of them three where they got compromised. And greed is somewhere around there. So if you can learn to protect yourself from these things, then you ahead of the traffic. What's up with Matt? I ain't even posted the link, man. I'm tripping. Or did I? Matt, man, we always enjoy new guests to come on just to say what's up, man. This is day 5 of the Front Street Bakery. Day 5. Hey, y'all know something? That motherfucker Wes Watson never responded to me directly. That motherfucker Wes Watson never, that's why I say excellent. He never gave me the time of the day. He only responded indirectly. But I remember clearly, I called I ain't gonna say his name, but I called the big folks and was like, look, you just had this dude on your channel, and this motherfucker's telling a bold-faced lie. This motherfucker's lying, homie. What the fuck? The next time he dropped the video, he said, yeah, the views and opinions are solely based on the person on the show and are just not, I don't know if they fact or fiction. He cleaned that shit up because Wes Watson, we was on that shit soon as it dropped, because we part of the Big Herc family. So you gotta protect the gate, so everybody can't get up in. So for those that wonder if there were powers that be that tried to block him from becoming the monster that he became, yeah, I would say that I was one of them people that tried to block him from the gate. Like, hey, snuff his fire out. This motherfucker's a fraud. Shit, but that motherfucking fire burned bright. And then it was like when he did the Oklahoma thing, I was like, yeah, got his ass now. Shit, that motherfucker hit a whole nother gear. That motherfucker hit a gear so fast. I looked up and they had him next to Big Hurt, 23-1, and the After Prison show on the news in New York. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker came and left so fast. Motherfucker, all we could when Wes Watson came in the prison genre and exploited it right, it was like this. Like we seen him, we watched him, he was running, he just picked up speed. I know somebody that modeled themselves kind of after him, and that was Silverback. Silverback just got stopped short, but still, OG Silverback came into the prison genre, did his thing, and left, and now he doing videos in Philippines and shit. Is the link posted? Y'all see that link? Well, hold on. Let me get myself together. Like Gina say, thank you for the support. Thank you for showing up. If you build it, they will come. And if you back it with consistency, they won't run. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Don't ask me to repeat that. I might miss something. If you ask me to repeat that, it might come out as a remix. All right. Is there anybody in the comments that has questions that does not want to come up? Because questions, I promise you, if there was a such thing as importance to lives, questions. Like you got some lives that are all questions, all people with questions. The good thing about the Dirty Nation is all the people that's showing up is all here out of support. And they know me. So they don't be having questions. But it's you people that just start coming around that don't really, you got to think, y'all really don't know Dirty like that. So it's like, how do you get to know the person that you watch? Because you don't want to look up and 2 months go down and you realize this bakery thing is serious and it's only getting bigger, and you really didn't know the person that you was taking time and spending time out of your day to come fuck with me. That's what's important. You taking time out of your day to come fuck with Dirty. Shit, so the next question would be, well, shit, who the fuck is Dirty? Shouts out to the lady I met at Zen Garden yesterday. I promise you, if I forgot that I was on TV, she made sure that I knew that I was a celebrity. She made sure in front of everybody. Like I walked into the store, I didn't see, I was just being me. I ain't even look, man. I had on some Skechers, but I was looking dusty. I was just trying to get my weed and get up out of there. Man, she must have looked back and I seen her face like explode, like boom. And so I played it off. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know the eyes. I know when somebody recognizes who I am. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I got one. I'm like, I got one. She go, you look like the guy from that show. I'm like, shit, what show is this? She said, the show with the 60 days in where the people go back in jail. I was like, oh, I've never really heard of that show. She said, but you look like the guy. I'm like, yeah, I ain't been on TV or nothing. She said, okay. But has anybody told you look like the guy from the show? I'm like, she's not letting go. I'm like, yeah, I heard it before. She said, okay, but I think you're the guy though. She was not letting go. And then I finally was like, yeah, that's me. And she was like, oh my God. In front of the store. That was for me. Some people, they might have called it a narcissist fix. To me, I get nervous. Like you could see the phenomenon. Like the lady behind me was like, yeah, you played that off good. The other lady was like, oh my God, I'm about to Google. And I was getting nervous a little bit, like, hey, because I be trying to dip in and dip out type stuff. By the time it was over, I had to take like 4 pictures and shit. 4 pictures. I had to tell them, don't take a picture of my belly, because I've been binge eating for 2 days. Like I had to tell them. Black money. Tony Wilbur, tell that Vato to fight me. Say I'm ready, Cardinal. I would say when it comes to Wes Watson and fighting, that's like a real pipe dream. Because this motherfucker he got millions. And a person that got millions is light years from YouTube and anything on it. Let me say it again. A person with millions is light years away from YouTube. And if they are involved in YouTube, I'm going to say it's light years away from what's really important to them. Because they got a whole bunch of other shit to worry about that's more relevant than YouTube in their life. Unless you made YouTube your life. And that's like the average 1 out of 10. I mean, the 1 out of 100. All you got, like, if you ain't got 1 million subs, nah, I'm lying. This motherfucker's doing great with 200,000-300,000 subs. But if you up there, you a giant. You a YouTube giant. You've made it. A lot of us is just regular competitors, so we doing what we got to do to get by. But the thing about consistency is that you tend to attract the crowd that most sees themselves in your journey, your struggle, or your progress. My struggle's been a struggle of progress. It's been a struggle of progress. And I remember one time somebody told me when I was in prison, because of the chances I was taking, they was like, man, I don't know how you not a millionaire, because you got the heart of a gunslinger. And the heart of a gunslinger pretty much is somebody that's going to do what they got to do. Somebody that's going to do what they got to do. The rent's due, motherfucker. You're going to do what you got to do. Not meaning go and do stuff illegal. Not at all. I wouldn't even advocate that way of life, but you're going to do what you got to do, because there's diamonds. There's what J. Cole say, there's beauty in that struggle. It's beauty in the struggle. It's beauty in the struggle, happiness in the success. Now I want to hear the other part of that bar shit. Link posted. Any comment sections. Listen to this. We've been having to play defense against these trolls, right? We've been having to play defense, or we are going to do it better. But when I'm posting a link and nobody comes in, and that bat signal is going out, we can't always control like who answers to that bat signal when I send it out by posting the link. This is an interactive channel. My God.
What's going on, bro? You can hear me?
Yeah, man. Hey, matter of fact, because I know where this is gonna go, I gotta go get my headphones.
Copy. I'm about to change my headphones too. Now you heard. What's going on, everybody? Felt the need to pop out. You know, Dirty always got something good to talk about. We may not see eye to eye on certain things, or come together on certain stances, but we do have a mutual respect for each other's opinion because of the history of what it is that each other's been through.
Man, indeed. All right, so I said a lot. This live, and I believe that any fan of YouTube or the prison genre knows exactly who Wes Watson is. Never knew the correlations between the Dirty Nation and Wes Watson. And my views on the perfect way to come and catapult, he executed. I'm going to say he executed the proper use of the prison genre to get where he was trying to get. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here with you. I just got in the house and I seen that you was live. I really only know what the topic says. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't hear much. I didn't really know what was going on. I just seen you on and I said, yo, I'm gonna pull up because I know I seen you at a softball game. I seen you at a few things. So I know you got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be what I've talked about. That's the beauty of conversation. If you jump in where you jump in, I swim good.
I know you do.
So the softball game, yeah, that was a success. Where would you dive in though? Because I would personally start with like how it felt to pull up to that prison road, because the road is like called Folsom Prison Road, and driving up to the prison, I could definitely.
So let me ask you this, because I was just talking to somebody about Rikers Island. Going across that bridge, there's no other feeling like it because you got to turn into a different kind of animal. You know what I mean? So when you were going into that parking lot, even though you wasn't in a van and you wasn't shackled, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ambience and the aura of it compared to your freedom and everything that you've been through, let alone 60 days in. But what was that feeling like?
It was surreal. But the way I describe it is I seem to see my past and my present at the same time. Like I could see myself doing the things I did back then as I look around. And with my present, it's like they're blended or something. I could see like when I was planting on the China Hill. I could see when I was sitting in the visiting room as I passed it. I could see where I worked. And as I was walking down, I could remember the sound of the clicking of the gate. The alarm happened, and I had to relive what it felt like to be on a yard when the alarm happens.
So what was your, because the perspective is different, you know what I mean? Like to see it from, it's almost like seeing it from a higher self, you know what I mean? To walk in that yard without any kind of restrictions or any politics associated with the bullshit. It's almost like what's the ghost of Christmas past kind of situation?
Yes, yeah, because and the funny part is these characters are still there.
I bet they
all my homies are still there. Like the people that watched me and had a hand in me growing up, watching me, raising me in the system, they still there. And they coming out they buildings to come see me and embrace me and ask me questions about current events on the streets.
So I got a serious question. You heard? This is no jab at all. Anybody pulled your coat about the whole 60 days in? And anybody say, "Yo, you were supposed to do better," or
Hell
they
nah.
understood?
I mean, they had the jokes like it's
Okay.
getting cold in here. They had all them jokes and shit, but ultimately they proud of me because I came from them. And I left with a plan and told them, watch, you're going to see me on TV and did exactly that. And now I'm coming back inside prison. So anybody that think I was scared of jail, shit, this is where I should have been scared at because these are motherfuckers that know me. And there's nothing stopping them from doing what they do in they Dougie to me when I'm on this yard playing softball because they all got access to me if I was out of pocket. So being scared of fucking jail, man, this is my second time back in this place. And I could have went to a place I'd never been, but I went to a place that knew me well.
No, that's it's bittersweet, man. That's a lot of emotions, you know, on the end of older timers seeing you grow up in the system and coming home and then coming back in, and then there's I wouldn't want to say a depression when that happens, but to see somebody that you've raised and go out, you would want to go out with them. You know what I'm saying? I know you wanted to bring them with you. I know it wasn't easy for you to leave, even though you had to, but there's a lot of strings attached to that, heartstrings that go out to your peoples and the people that raised you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. Like
it's definitely heartstrings. I promise you. But the first time, I'm gonna say that I was tired. I was sleep deprived, so I really didn't get a chance to take it in. But this time, I took it in. Like there was moments where I just stopped what I was doing and just looked around at the yard. Like just took it in. Like damn, I showered in them showers. I'm playing on the same softball field. I knocked a dude out at home plate by colliding with him. I'm looking at the same canteen. I got my canteen out the thing from and put in my bag and walked back to the unit. I done been on them phones. I done played on that handball court. Like these are shits that's, man, this Ghost of Christmas Past is right. And that, oh shit, I even see more correlation with what you said with Ghost of Christmas Past, unless you're just that far ahead of me. But as these people is coming up and talking to me and telling me their story or what they've been doing for the last 5 years since I walked out of here, each one is coming with a different testimony. So it's exactly like Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah, I mean, I have weird analogies and socializing things and putting things together on from a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? I try to get to the that feeling, and I could imagine that feeling being there almost on a higher self, knowing that you was once sitting at these benches and sitting at and going on this visiting room and looking at the canteen sheet and talking about yo, my channel, I gotta watch something on this day because my show coming on, or that's a whole program in itself, bro. So for you to be there and not be having any kind of attachment to that, and then see everybody else have that mindset in their own little world inside of the prison, you know what I mean? Knowing that you're about to leave and go, cook up or, smoke some bud or, go chill up with your lady or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's a very different.
I did everything damn near in that order when I left. In that order, because I promise you, this time, see, the first time since I said like I was tired and shit, I couldn't feel. This time, I allowed myself to fully feel. And it was so exhausting when it was over. Like we was only in there for like 2 hours. We was in there for played 2 hours. It felt like we was in there for like 5 hours. It felt like hella long. And allowing myself to feel this time, I was nervous walking back into the gate. I had to literally shake it off. And when we was playing against the inmates, I still kind of felt it a little bit. And then they whooped us 15-0 mercy rule, like game over, with no need to even continue. Like they whooped us like that. So then now we switching up the teams where it's inmates and free staff together. So I'm playing next to my comrades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it felt so good. Like I could say right then and there is when everything flushed. Everything flushed. Because it didn't help. It didn't help that I asked them, what do we do if there's an alarm? Because out of instinct, I would have proned out on the ground. Like if there's out of instinct, just because I'm so used to it. But they said stand up. Just stand up and kind of like group up a little bit and just wait. I'm like, oh, okay. Not even 5 minutes later, as soon as we step onto the yard, I was like, oh, that shit took me back. Right then and there, as soon as we got on the yard.
Now let me ask you this, right? Was there any of the fellas in there that was asking like questions that you wouldn't think they'd be asking, as far as like what's it like in the street right now? What is it that dudes should really be looking for, like as far as like the temperament of what they're coming home to? You know, ain't ask no questions like that. I mean, I know a lot of these dudes got time, but you know, I'm assuming that, you know, a lot of these old heads want to know what's going on in the streets, because, you know, it's very different from out here and in there. So, you know, the comparison.
I'm probably going to answer this probably in a way you probably don't even see coming. But I'm going to say that a lot of, now that they got tablets and phones and stuff, when they meet somebody that is kind of in the swing of things on the streets, it's more important to be able to say, I know. I've been talking to the homie. Yeah, I know. I already know. It's more important for them to say that. So a lot of them don't ask them type of questions. Now, if I volunteer it, that's different. It's they all ears. But at face value, they gonna act like they already know. Because I tell them, yeah, I seen your homie. Yeah, I seen this. I seen them do that. Or they'll tell me something. Ain't they out there doing this? I'll be like, yeah. Like the softball games where the communities is playing each other. Like they real interested in that. Like that's progressive movement to help them unstick from where they at in their progression.
Yeah, that's why I asked that, because I know that you know, being in that situation and seeing somebody that, you know, I grew up with, or somebody I was around, you know, those are the questions that I would want to ask first. You know what I'm saying? I would really want to know from somebody I could really count on. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you know about Wes Watson?
I actually just saw his interview on Adam 22. I seen little bits and pieces. I know he's a part of you know, West Coast politics is different from the East Coast. Like I would never understand or accept any of that, you know, segregation, racial bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is unheard of out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the extent that y'all got it out there, it's like y'all really would make the system really work the way it works. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all keeping the system insured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's different. And then when I heard that he was a Wood or whatever the case may be, however that works on the West Coast, you know, shit sounded foreign to me. But when I watched Adam 22, man, you know, he's just a motherfucker. You know, he just found a way to get through it and pretty much capitalize off the situation. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. He came through. He peeped the weakness in the rap game and exploited it. He came in, huffed and puffed, gave it 1,000% energy. And before people knew it, he was already gone. He already hit his lick. Bam. Road to 1 million. Literally.
Yo, it's not hard to stick this shit up, you heard?
No, it's not.
It's not, bro. So if you really got you know, the right tools and the right you know, resources and all that, you could do what you need to do to get in and get out, you heard? And that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know a lot of the stuff that I learned on Adam 22. I didn't know he was like a meth head. That's dangerous shit, you heard? Like
yeah.
We don't got those on the East Coast. Like ain't no that shit, you know, that's zombie shit. You know what I'm saying? That's too aggressive. You got to put somebody down like that. You know what I'm saying? Real quick and real fast. So
do you believe that? Do you believe that?
What's that?
When you say that, because I did meth. See, I did that. There was a period in my life where I was in prison and I did that, as well as Spice before.
Wow.
So USA had put me down.
So let me ask you this. if you was on it and you was wilding out, man, and I ain't know you, man, I'm for putting anybody down on that shit if they on an episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that shit has some superhuman strengths. Fuck around, eat my face, and won't even
Key,
know about
key,
it tomorrow.
keyword, wilding out, right? Wilding out, because there's functional people all around you that you don't even know.
Now, before we get to that, I don't know nothing characteristics, behaviors on a personal or like a real life level because I've never been around anybody that's been under the influence of that drug. So I'm going off of what it is that I've seen on TV, heard, and I don't know shit
So
personally.
I would have to look at it like before I had ever even tried it, what my mentality was to prevent me from even going down that road. Because I was drugged. That's what led me down that road.
Mm.
I was drugged through coffee, unknowing to me, and that was the best feeling I ever had in my life.
And how many times after that did you indulge in that?
It started me on a 3-year journey inside of going inside myself and out. And I was one of the people that had convinced myself that if you use it properly for what it's for and don't abuse it and don't wild out, like you said, and if it does happen, you better do damage control real quick type shit. I was one of them people until I came home and realized that it didn't coincide. It didn't, real life in that didn't work. But in there, hold on. But in there, I used it for what it's worth. And I can say that it opened my mind and expanded my mind to places that I would have never went under normal circumstances, to the point where me talking to you is a result of that. Allowing myself to think outside them walls. We had to find portals outside them walls. Otherwise, you would have got trapped in them. And for me, that was my portal, my port outside the walls. And then combine that with a cell phone, man, I created a lot of shit that I didn't even know I was creating. No, I'm not saying that I advocate it now. Like, I don't advocate it, but I advocate people doing whatever they do as long as they do it right. But I would say that that was being able to think outside them walls and create a nation like I did and come with a plan and follow it like I did. I would say that's a direct result of drugs and will.
I see. And on that part of being in the system, I can't relate, you because I've never indulged in anything other than marijuana. And when I do biz, I don't really indulge in nothing. I like to be sober because you never know what's going to happen. That drug that y'all got out there, as far as like crystal meth and all that out here, like I said, we don't have that. What we got out here is like the dope and all that, and that's about it. That's the only thing that you would catch somebody out here slipping on.
You talking about like crack?
Nah, dope, like heroin.
Oh yeah. That's bigger than Nino Brown.
So it's different over here. You know what I'm saying? But if that shit from the West Coast was come on the East Coast, man, it would be like the zombie apocalypse out here, man. You think it's bad over there?
Hey, but that monster is bad over here too, though.
The way y'all geographics is set up and the way y'all culture is, it kind of like y'all got more space and time for yourselves. Like, there ain't that much people, you know what I'm saying? There's mad people out here and it's congested. If everybody started doing meth for even a small percentage, that'd be like the new crack out here. But everybody knows on the East Coast, like, that shit is bad, bro. Like, that shit is super duper bad. You know what I mean?
Man, I would say that what you said earlier about stomping the monster out, I would say with heroin, yeah. That one, if that's the view that you see it from, I say 100%, because the chances of a functional heroin addict are less likely, because that monster, they have no choice. They have no choice. Like, they have to hustle to feed that monster, and the process of kicking them opioids is not a beautiful one. Versus one, you just need to go to sleep.
Yeah, very, very different. Body becomes chemically dependent on on that particular drug to the point where it's like by any means, you know what I'm saying, to an extent, you know what I mean, like, but crystal, I mean, the things I've heard and the things I've seen, it's an irrational kind of like tweak out, you know what I'm saying. You start doing crazy wild shit up for 4 or 5 days, sleep deprived, ain't nothing good coming out of that.
I've seen it all. I've seen it all. People like that let it do them. I've seen them, man. I've seen them yelling out the cells at 2, 3 in the morning, kicking off riots because they was hearing shit. I might have pushed it too far and was hearing like the paranoia is a mug. Like you might out at any given time, like when I was inside, I might have an ounce of weed and some other shit up my booty with a motherfucking can of tobacco, and people coming back from the child because I just smoked a joint, and they talking about whoo, and that'll trigger a panic to where you can freak out, and that's what I call it. I call it crossing over to the other side and freaking out. When you do that.
So how does drug tests go on the West Coast? Like, my question is, like, you're on the East Coast, like, dudes got habits and all that, but they keep it within check. They keep it within, functioning addiction and staying under the radar without getting jammed up with the police and all that. So how y'all able to stay geeked up and tweaked out and do all that craziness, and the police don't put y'all in for urines and all that?
I would say at my worst moments, I would say, man, I employed different tactics. Like, for example, to get to the yard, you have to walk down this long hallway. I call it the gauntlet. And there's police standing on each side looking for you to pull you over and pat you down. And at any given time, I might have a phone on my neck because I had a little phone that was the size of a watch. I took the bands off. Yeah, and I have it on my neck like a little clock, like a little stopwatch looking thing. So at any given time, I might have that and a whole bunch of other shit on me. But I'm already ready. But I just didn't look at them. Like, they would try to make eye contact and be like, "You come here, pull over." But I just look straight ahead at my destination, which is to get to this yard. Also, I knew what was important, and I kept it in eyesight at all times, and I respected it. When I did, I was 2 up, 2 down. Meaning, if I'm up 2 days, 2 days sleep.
And you was able to do that? Like, you ain't got programs, nothing? They ain't got no programs out there, nothing?
Oh, it's all type of
work
program.
Detail. Nothing, you ain't got no mandatory detail.
No, I don't mean sleep 2 whole days. I mean just make sure that you get your regular sleep for 2 days. So there's all type of programs. I worked in the kitchen. In a prison that had 2 different sides that didn't interact, and I was the go-between between both of these parts of the prison.
So how many dudes on one house, like in one unit? How many dudes is to a house?
At that particular prison, I would say, because it was by alphabets, and it was damn near all the way to like Z. So I would say each unit probably held about like 100 people.
And how many units in the jail? Like, general.
Well, that particular prison, it's easy to talk about one particular prison because a lot of them are different. Like, if you're talking about 270 Design Yard, then you're going to say there's 32 cells across the top and the bottom, and there's 5 buildings. So you would say at least 1,000 inmates on a yard between 5 buildings. That's a 270. A 180 might have only 200 in one building and 200 in another, because those is the worst of the worst inmates that are working their way back down because they just got out the shoe or just caught a shoe or something like that, or they just got too many points.
So I'm curious, and I asked that question because in New York State, they've been letting prisoners go. Like, they've been lifers is getting let go, violent offenders is getting let go, non-violent drug cases, work release. Everybody's getting a program, because it's to the point where, like, in all actuality, bro, it's not that many people locked up in New York State. Like the way you talking about how many dudes is on a unit, it's not that many dudes on a unit up north like that. Like the jails ain't that big. It's big, but it's not. The houses don't hold that many people. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it lets me know that you have a big influx of prisoners on that side. You know what I'm saying? We do too. We do, but it's ratio. Is you got to do it compared to the census and all that. You know what I'm saying? And condensity and all that shit. So, you know, it
See,
seems like shit is empty on this side and it's real heavy on that side. But they was letting people go to fill this side up because I'm a firm believer that because of the whole immigration and migrants and all that. The same politics that we have, pardon me, the same politics that the West Coast has, soon the East Coast is going to adopt because everybody that's coming through is going to be from the West Coast or the border. You feel me? So that culture is going to come along with it. That's when shit is going to start getting sticky on the East Coast. But I would think they was making room for the migrants. That's what I believe. And the youth that's coming up too because that no cash bail is a setup, you heard?
Yeah. So what happened is in the 90s, they started getting money from the drugs that was being flushed on the streets. It was people that was corrupt that was in positions to make laws. So with them laws, what they caused people to do is fund these new prisons. And they started investing in these prisons that they was building. So next thing you know, you look up between 90 and 95, you got like 4 new prisons and other ones being built. And so now you're building these prisons. Now, how do we fill them? Like, how is the next question? How do we fill them?
Well, that was that Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton did that with the Youth Act or whatever that bill was for when we got snatched up and they were snatching any kind of youth up for anything. It didn't matter.
We got caught up in the solution to fill prisons.
Mm-hmm. And they knew that they to ensure that once they did that at that time, they was going to ensure the prison system for the next 15 to 25. You heard, depending on the recidivism of the person that gets the time. But as soon as you get locked up at a young age, it's almost like a guarantee that you're going to hit the system again. You heard?
Yeah. Now we'll add this though: the prison population has dropped drastically in California, and they have shut down like 3 or 4 prisons that I know of in like the last 2 years. So it is going down. It is going down. It's not going up. It just started with a big number.
And you said how many years ago that started?
In the night, you talking about when the influx of building?
No. The decrease of prisoners.
I'm gonna say I left in 2018, and they were already having programs in place for the lifers and people to start coming home. So I would say between 17 and 18 is when they started letting lifers that they had held handcuffed for so long finally go home. And then they backed it with programs for the inmates inside. Like this is something I heard yesterday that I didn't know. But if a person has life, the tablets that they give the inmates, the tablets come equipped with their mission plan to get out. Like there's a checklist. Like if you want to go home, you got to do everything on this checklist, and it's already laid out for you on your own personal tablet. Because they give tablets out here to the inmates with their fish kit. Basically, you get your blanket, your toothbrush, your state toothpaste, and a tablet. And
what's crazy? Each individual tablet has its own algorithm, right? So it would be crazy if they designated or they designed an algorithm for rehabilitation, which is pretty much what you're saying right now. Because I know for a fact there's a lot of other things that algorithm that's connected to that tablet is doing that nobody knows about.
Hell yeah. But you got, and also this tablet, you're able to call free phone calls. You can call anybody, free phone call, as long as they accept a call, no charge to nothing. So everybody has phones now in California, and they sell.
What's the agreement on that on a civilian side? Like, suppose you were in there right now, you call my phone through that tablet, I pick up. Is there some kind of disclaimer that I have to agree with in order to do that, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be listening to all kinds of craziness and going through like, you know what I mean?
I could say that
Locations and all that.
I could say that the people that I talk to daily, we already know talk baseball. We already know, like, we've been around each other a long time. But I could imagine that if you call somebody that has no prison etiquette over the phone, you would somehow, some way have to tell them, like, the script, like, do not, because they will take what they hear on them tablets and use them against them. And in such a situation, is there's a dude that had multiple girlfriends and they're listening. So when it came time for him to go to the board, then they brought that up. They said he was a manipulator.
Oh,
and use that to deny him.
Ooh, that's dark.
Yes.
So if they could do that, right? Imagine what else they're doing as far as collectively on everybody's. They probably already got y'all in segregated fucking spots and corralled in different pens and all that, as far as what it is that y'all doing, how y'all interact, because I'm pretty sure them things listen to everything. So if you got it around, let me ask you this, because on Rikers Island, you have to do a voice recognition into the system in order to use the phone. So on Rikers Island, it's like Mission Impossible shit. You gotta read the card with a whole bunch of miscellaneous words on it, and it gotta compute your and understand and pretty much log in your whole voice and all that. So if you jump on somebody else's phone, automatically it'll go to your file. So if your voice comes up on somebody else's phone call, say, yo, do me a favor, yo, make this call for me. I'm gonna get on the jack real quick. You made the call, I jump on. Yeah, immediately it goes straight to my voice log and it goes into my booking case, and that shit is downloaded on my file. You heard?
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's hella shit. No, all you gotta do is pick up the phone, dial 1, and then dial your number. But here's what they did. The problem was that there were so many cell phones in prison. And see, they say there were so many that they had to, that the real phones on the wall, they was losing money. They was losing money. So in order to combat that, like, it was almost pointless for them to get free phones in prison. It was almost pointless for them to have phones, period, on these walls for the inmates to use.
Y'all got JPay or Securus?
We got both.
So how Securus work?
Securus is, you talking about the phone company Securus, or are you talking about the packages?
The phone.
Okay, because Securus works basically the same. You pick up the thing and dial your number. But you got to enter your code, whatever your prison code number is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to enter your number. And then JPay is what we use for packages and shit. And then for them to put money on your books and shit. Like, you could order your TV, your radio, or whatever from JPay, or you could have money put on your books through JPay.
Yeah, that's wild, man. The fact that somebody can actually be denied parole off of the fact that they had miscellaneous girlfriends, that's. Ooh.
Shoot, I got another one for you. People that get money sent to them from multiple different places, they using that as a form of manipulation too, and they bring that up in board and deny you because they're saying that you manipulating, you getting money from all these different places. Like, the average person gonna have his wife or his mom or something like that. Them is consistent things, and so you go through prison getting money from these consistent places, and then now all of a sudden, now you're getting it from Betty, Jenny, Bobby, Johnny, and now it's like,
but you gotta remember that too. That a lot of that's not really manipulation. They know what that is, bro. You know what that is. You know what I'm saying? They not stupid. They just can't word it like that because then they would have to prove it, and then that would shut down the whole prison system game with everything coming in. You heard? So you know how that shit goes.
My point exactly. But they're using that to deny people. That's where the awareness comes. And I promise you, when the softball game was over, it was 2 of us that gave our testimony. Really 4 of us, but me and my partner Dwight, he had double life and beat it, and after 21 years. He's one of the people in the ministries that I'm in that went inside to play softball. He's on my team. And he's from Oak Park, I'm from the Heights. And we're both cousins. And we never knew each other until this softball thing. This is the second time we played. And I'm going to say we both gave our testimonies. And one of the things I mentioned was tablet awareness. Because it needs to trickle down to the youngsters, because them is the ones that, when I was inside, them was the ones that was crash dummying out and keeping the people busy because they had no awareness.
Well, you got to remember too that falls on the big homies that's allowing that to happen, because casualties of war. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers are expandable to keep shit. You know how this shit go. But that's a lack of leadership, bro. To be honest with you, that's what that is.
I'm gonna say that one of the things that I see now versus when I was in as a youngster is that I had real leaders. There was real leaders around. But as time went on, it became a lot of every man for himself. Even though it might be under the same umbrella, still ultimately is every man for himself.
When that started to change, though, at what age or what time you think? Was it because you got older, or is it because just things changed? Just because things changed?
I think things changed because people started seeing what time it was. Like they started seeing what it really was, because gangs from the streets started infiltrating inside. Normally it was the other way. Gangs from prison was infiltrating street gangs. But street gangs started coming into prison in the form of like Zilla and stuff like that, to where it redivided and redesigned politics. So that kind of messed it up and created the opening for the old way to fade off and the new way to take over. But I was a product of the old ways. So what that meant, that the solid people in the new way came to me for knowledge.
What do you think was the cause of the shift? Like that shift you talking about? What was the main cause of that?
They started letting people go home. They started interjecting new programs, and instead of people hearing about it, they started seeing it. People that they never thought in a million years would go home was talking about, "Hey, yeah, homie, I'll go home next week." So that reality shit that set forth a lot of things where in play to where people now is operating more on what's important to them in their life and where they at. That's why there's a lot of 50-50 yards in California now, because a lot of the people that are on 50-50 yards, they probably never in a million years would have thought that they would be. But when they turn level 2 and there's only one level 2 you can go to and you ain't got no options, then what you gonna do? You gonna go there and program. Now, if you's a northerner or a southerner, it might be different. But I promise you, the greater numbers on them 50-50 yards is Mexican, followed by whites.
Yeah, I still really haven't understood that. I was trying to listen to this dude Wes on that whole I guess that lifestyle or culture of the Nazis and the woods and all that, don't really understand that. I mean, I do, but I don't understand how it lasted so long. You know what I mean?
Well, shoot. Ask me a question. Let's see, because I know my history enough.
So a lot of the I guess you could say the big timers are the ones that are the founding fathers of what it is that y'all have on the West Coast. A lot of those are what, like runoffs of Vietnam vets and stuff like that, right?
I would say that the stuff that they was taught, yeah, you can say it trickled down like that, because a lot of them was in the shoe. You talking about the upper echelon of like the whites that was involved in the politics?
Yeah, the ones that I guess the higher ups, what y'all call them out there, shot callers.
Yeah,
That's what y'all call them.
all
So
every
the founding fathers of the shot callers, the big homies that started everything. Where did they come from? Like, what is their background? Was that something that was a military aspect? Because a lot of the stuff y'all got on the West Coast is real military. Like,
okay.
it's in a military form. So I'm trying to understand it on all sides of the race cards. You know what I'm saying?
So I would say that it came from like the Black Panthers, because from the
Okay.
Black Panthers came the Black Guerrilla family, and then you got to think that everything that the BGF stood for, all the other races took excerpts off of they politics, their bylaws. I'm talking about all of them, the Mexicans, the whites, they all took
No,
excerpts
I
from
know. I know.
their bylaws.
I know.
But the main thing they was pushing was militant. So if the Black Panthers was pushing militancy, then and they descendants of, they came to BGF to become BGF, then that's the introduction of the militant mind frame into CDC.
Now, when it comes to the white, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
where did they start at? Like, where's their strife come in to make it so um segregated to the point where it's like it's different over there. Like, I know for a fact, like my ride would be super bumpy if I ever made it home, or it'd be live and
I,
hot
I
quick. You know what I'm saying? So um
I would like to say that, and this is just part of it. I would like to say that it came from like years of being victimized by other races, including blacks, black suppressed whites in prison, especially in the 80s and 70s. So there came a time when a group of people formed that said, "I'm not going for that no more. Like, we're done," and they took their stand. Another example of that is like the Sacramento car out here. Like, there was a time when there was people from Sac that was BGF, but there was people that was from Sac that was from LA that was claiming LA gangs too, and we had to come together and form our own entity, which was 916. But we had to go against the powers that be.
so like out here, right? Like, prisoners out here, it's like maybe like 2%, maybe white Caucasian in New York State, right? Everything else is black and brown.
Yeah,
So the majority of the white people that run shit in the prison is the CO, because the COs are native to, wherever we're at in that facility, in that town or that county, and they have an ideology already set forth. You know what I'm saying? So they're the ones that are on some Nazi real racist, wild craziness. You know what I'm saying? They like
yeah.
the gatekeepers. So the fact that y'all got prisoners that there's enough white people on that side to be so I guess in tune with everything that's going on, and really going against um races. You know what I'm saying? That's a big strife, and that's a big how would you say, that's a lot of attention on some shit that's like should be irrelevant, because y'all
So
all in the same system. You know what I mean?
So what I would say is that at first it comes down to location, because you could be in Solano and a lot of them seals, most of them is black or Mexican, or you could be in high desert and like 95% of them are white, or you could be in Lancaster and 80% of the COs are black. So it's all about location. And in high desert, where the whites had the stronghold with the COs being all white and the inmates being majority white too, what I would say is that there'll be riots, and when these riots was done, they would be finding buck knives on the yard, like real buck knives. Like, where they getting these from? They ain't making them. They
But
getting them
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that there's such a large census of white people in the jail system. What I'm saying is the COs is the one that's kind of like pushing that agenda, that racial agenda, because if they making it to the point where they things are coming in where you find a buck knives in the yard and all that, that shit wasn't manufactured in metal shop, bro. So that says something on a bigger level. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it gets
how
even big. It gets even bigger than that, because they was doing stuff like they'll let all the whites on the yard, And then it's mandatory that when you come outside, you got to walk around the track. Well, the whites had already walked around the track, and then they let out a small number of blacks, and they got to walk around the track. When they walk around the track, get ambushed, like setting them up like that.
Because it's a manipulation, you feel me?
Man,
It's a manipulation, you feel me?
indeed. On a lot of, but do you think it's location? Like I said,
yeah, it is, bro. Because like my man was just saying, like, bro, you just said dirty. They get released on the yard before anybody. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Walk around so they can pick them buck knife stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's that part.
So it's safe to say that the one that's perpetuating this cycle of racism and segregation would be the COs that run the jail and had the
Yeah,
system locked down on the West Coast.
no, it's
That's
not
what
even
I'm.
the West Coast, bro. It's every coast, bro. And respectfully, bro, I don't know you, but I respect your conversation. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. All right now.
I lived in New York. You feel me? So I know what you talking about. You feel me? So it's like this: motherfuckers is gonna hate regardless, bro. And what you talking about is really knowledge. You feel me? Because them motherfuckers who perpetrated the fraud, they tried to set motherfuckers up. So when people like Dirty came to the yard, you feel me? Motherfuckers already had their buck knives and they already had that shit ready. You feel me?
Yeah, but see, it still comes down to location, because the thing about it is, like, you go to Solano. Solano was a level 3 prison. I remember I did all that time level 4, but nothing I did on level 4 could prepare me for Solano, because Solano was just as active as a 4 and more wide open with more people on the yard.
Go ahead, Dirty. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you good. Shit, I'm happy to have both of y'all here at the same time. Shit,
Yo, you know why I pulled up? Because CB was like, "Yo, pull up."
Yeah, man, I'm happy to have both of y'all here. So I'm trying to see. I was really trying to weigh out if I had enough space for another blunt, because I'm like, shit.
So let me put matters out there first and foremost. Sure, they call me DVS. That's my name. That's my handle. What's your name, bro?
I'm D-Loc, cuz. D-Loc, you feel me?
And but watch this though. What's the name of your channel?
Whose channel? I don't have a channel, bro.
No, what's the stuck? It was stuck in the.
So check this. Yeah. Let's start over, bro. I got a channel called Stuck in the System. It talks about all things related to the system. You heard?
Thanks.
So I talk about all things that most people don't really look at or can't see because they so caught up in lively guess you could say distractions and all that. So I always try to expose it for the better half of what it is that a lot of people can't see. But I got a channel called Stuck in the System. You heard?
Facts. And I don't even know you, but I'm gonna be respectful. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
I already fuck with your channel, bro.
Copy. Good list. Appreciate that.
And I already know what you talking about. You feel me? Because you done been through a lot of shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's what it is. So I respect that. You heard?
Copy.
That's
all day, like.
So I just had to get the formula out first,
no, it's cool.
Break the ice and all that. But I know you was about to say something, and I'm pretty sure you had some wisdom coming along with it, you were. So I'm gonna just fall back and let you do you.
No, you ain't gotta fall back because I fuck with your knowledge. You feel me?
Copy.
I fuck with what you talking about. You heard? Like it's what it is. Like it's all love. You feel me?
Hey,
it's all love.
Nah, you already know, bro. All day.
All right, so can we get past the kumbaya and let's get into some let's exercise each other's minds real quick. And we're gonna go with the easy one. This is just a little exercise of opinions. Let's talk war. Throw your opinion out there about war, DVS, about what's going on over there in Israel and Palestine.
First and foremost, free Palestine, and after that, there's really not much to be said. Word, like, it's a genocide, man. That's really what's happening, and I don't really think it's gonna be it's gonna be Israel before it ever becomes Palestine. That's the way it's looking. Word.
Okay. And then what I shoot at you, D-Loc, is do you think this is the start of World War III, or is that just a reach?
That kind of is a reach because this war with Palestine and Israel has been going on for a long time, bro. When I say a long time, thousands of years. It's a religious war. One person believes this, you heard, and then somebody believes that. So, they gonna have to squab it out. That's just me though. You feel me?
So what would it take to start a world war? Do you see it possible? Like, are the triggers there?
I mean, there's triggers everywhere, you feel me? Because Israel builds their own shit. You feel me? They got shit that people don't even know about.
Hmm.
But what is the purpose? It's just killing each other for what? Okay, you believe this and you believe that. So watch, I'm gonna do it like this. You believe you a Christian. I'm just hypothetically speaking, you feel me? But you are on the other side and you believe what you believe. Well, that's what your belief is. But why we gotta kill each other for that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe. See, so what I believe is that they should kill each other
okay.
and leave the innocent people out of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all hate each other that much, y'all, like you said, squab it out and
Facts.
get that shit out the way
Don't be
and
hitting
leave.
hospitals with missiles, you feel me?
Man, leave auntie, uncle,
Facts.
grandpa Joe,
Facts.
and leave them out of it.
Facts. But men
But
are
the but
evil,
the
bro.
but the
Men are
reality
evil.
but the reality of war is that Jesus knew that we was gonna be facing wars in the future,
And
so
that's
he
why
didn't
Jesus
necessarily frown on it.
that's why Jesus and God created us how he created us. The whole time we was created evil. It's a choice. So it's a choice if I want to shoot a missile at you, you feel me? It's a choice if
Mm-hmm.
I want to hit a hospital building with a fucking missile. Where do they do that at? No. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that was below the belt.
Man,
Hey,
fact.
let me go get my charger real quick. I'll be right back.
You do what you do. But yo, I ain't never met you, bro, but I respect your conversation. You feel me?
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
No, you ain't got to, bro, because I love your knowledge. You feel me? I hear the intellect in the words that you speak, and I respect that. You feel me?
Copy, copy. I was going to ask you a question, though. You heard?
What's
So,
happening?
um, when it comes to Israel and Palestine, do you understand, like, or do you have some knowledge of the whole situation and how this pretty much took place as far as like occupying the land and like
Yeah, facts, bro. But like I said, this shit has been going on for thousands of years, bro.
So,
So,
all right, so let me ask you this. This is better because we could talk about the past. Let's talk a little bit about the future and what's taking place right now, right? So, there's only a few things that could possibly take place and what's already taking place, right?
right,
And current events that are about to take place are you don't have many options. It's either they're gonna do a ceasefire and find some way or a diplomatic way to give Palestine their land back, right?
facts,
Or they're just gonna push them to the edge of the cliff and push them off and just call it Israel. You heard?
facts.
So those two options, you know what I'm saying? What comes after those two options? The first one not being highly likely, you know what I'm saying? And the second one being the only other fucking option. So what does that say about the world and all these other countries that are watching this, and just sitting by? Where does that lead people to on their morals and countries on their morals and their standards, right? Because that kind of pushes them to either retreat and be conformed and follow the rules of what's going on and taking place, or it gives them an opportunity to really buck and try to say, "Yo, we're not feeling that."
Man, I'm not fucking with that, bro. You're gonna have to choose a side, bro. Either I'm not fucking with that, or I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna chill. Like,
So
yo, You
So
gotta pick, you gotta pick one side, bro. If you really about that shit, then you gonna really buck the system, like you just said. You feel me?
but the thing is, only time will tell. They're saying within the next 3 months, Hamas is going to be eradicated from Palestine, and whoever's taking refugees better take them now, because if you don't, they're going to be a part of the soil. You heard?
Damn.
Yeah, facts. And I respect that, but this is war. You feel me?
But
And I'm saying,
right
look,
is right and wrong is wrong. That's
right,
what I'm
it
saying.
is,
Like,
and
so
it is
anybody who
right.
supports the eradication and extinction of the Palestinians, you know what I'm saying?
I don't support none of that shit, bro.
I'm
Because
not
at the
saying I'm
end
not
of the,
saying you. I'm saying
no
countries,
people,
like the what
yeah,
ifs of if this happens and these countries support this out in the air, or you know, just behind the scenes. Where does that leave us as a whole? You know, just in general on Earth and nations and
I
countries
felt
on Earth.
like I felt like Biden was taking a stand in the war that we don't even understand.
oh, let's not do that, dirty. But I'm gonna answer your question. You feel me? So it's a choice, bro. That's why we got free will. You feel me? So I respect what you're saying. So if people want to eradicate a subject, okay, well, cool. Now you're gonna have to live with that. But I want to let my people breathe. You feel me? I want to build the earth. I want shit to flourish. I don't have time for war and all this negative shit. You feel me? Because respectfully, it's like this. All of this shit that we see nowadays, even on social media, bro, it's all negativity. You feel me? Like, no, build people up. Like, build people up. I don't want to hear, oh, yo, I got beef with this person. I got beef with this country. Yo, let's go behind the scenes. Let's talk it out. We can come to an understanding. If we can't come to an understanding, okay, you don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you, but we going to come to a medium to where everything is copacetic.
Don't they have a council for that?
Nah, bro, it's
How,
all about money. It's
so
all about
that's the that's supposed to be done within like the United Nations and all that, and sit downs and peace treaties and all that craziness. But the point is, like, the key word is occupy. You know what I'm saying? You're occupying something that doesn't belong to you. You know what I'm saying? To occupy is to you know, take control of something
fact.
that's not yours. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? So to allow the occupation to keep on going and eventually become Israel, right? Where does that leave these countries in the world, as far as the ones who support Palestine and the ones who support Israel, right? Because you know, it's either you do or you don't. So where does that leave?
No,
Because
no,
this is the
I can't say
world.
do or don't, because there's people that don't understand, and those people that don't understand, their opinion really never even makes it to the do or don't, because they
They
don't
don't even
understand
count.
what's,
They
yeah,
don't even count though. That's why I said either you do or you don't. The ones that's in between don't even, like, they non-existent, you heard? Because they don't even.
yeah,
It's just they space holders, you heard? But
yeah.
for the countries, I'm talking about on a country level, right? How does that fall? Other countries seeing other countries now, that could create a world war, because if these countries over here that supports Palestine allow Palestine to be occupied and eventually taken over and called Israel, right?
Yeah.
Where does that leave them on their morals and their standards of being who they are collectively? You know what I'm saying? Because
So
I
Well, if somebody tries to push and take areas that are not theirs, they don't have no morals. They're just trying to be the aggressor in the situation. You feel me?
Yeah, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So if you're
Yo,
on the
and I
right
respect
side,
that.
if you're on the
I,
right side and you allow some wrong shit to happen and you just allow it to happen, doesn't that slowly eat away and deteriorate your existence and what you stand for?
yeah,
Because you,
facts.
so
Like,
what I'm saying is,
look,
how is this gonna affect other countries by
uh,
allowing this to happen?
oh, so you saying it's gonna hit them in their moral button because they knew
facts,
what was happening all along,
facts.
and they
Yeah.
let
So
it,
if
and they
so, if
let it
you let,
continue.
yo, what
So is
he's
that
saying
something? Is that something that could create a World War III? You feel me?
facts.
Because
Because
you know,
if
I
you
know
let
I
that shit rock, I'm not fucking with you. You feel me? Because you sat in the background as you saw all this shit happening, but you ain't step up and stand on your 10 toes.
Hmm.
You feel me? You ain't stand on your 10 toes, bro. So like, Bro. It gets wicked. You feel me? But the world is wicked.
All right, now let's change the subject. I think that was a good exercise of us getting to see where we at in depth wise. So let's lighten it up a little bit because I don't want to go all the way out of there. Let's talk music because both of y'all got New York ties, and I never really like I've been through New York, but the only thing I know about New York is the music, and I consider myself a hip hop head as a kid. So what type of music did y'all grow up on? Because I'm pretty sure y'all gonna collide in what y'all listen to.
Yo, Mobb Deep, Nas, Capone Noriega. What you talking about? Like, fuck it. I'm a
Yeah,
old,
yeah,
I'm an old head. You feel me? I'm an old head. Wu Tang, all that shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah. I listen to Boogie Monsters, Buck Down, Duck Down.
Duck Down. What you talking about? You talking about Helter Skelter? What you talking about?
Yeah,
You talking
uh,
about Black Moon? What you know about Sean
Black
Price?
Moon,
Sean
Sean Prince.
Price. Sean Price. You heard? Like, Rock Ness Monster. That's my shits. Like, they talking
Yeah.
about. That's hip hop though. You feel me? Like,
See, I grew up on music videos, not BT too, but we had the
nah, you grew up on
we had,
Music Box. You
we
grew
had
up on
23, channel 23.
the Music Box. You feel me? You gotta punch that number in. You feel me?
Yeah, the
Call you a
juke.
question real quick.
So the fuck did. I would hate when they play videos back to back, but
Like,
shit.
yo, what is this trash ass shit I'm listening to? I want to hear my joint. What the fuck is
So
they?
I wasn't privileged to really listen to music when I was younger and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was like in the streets, like I was fucked up. Bro. I ain't start listening to music until I was older. But that shit, the box you talking about, when I was in Harlem Valley and DFY, Rec Ash, he actually used to run that. He used to do the show and all that on the
Mm.
music videos and all that. He was our rec coordinator for the gym and all that. We used to have to get my IDs to get the weights and all that. But he would do that shit on his off days and all that. That music by shit you talking about.
But yo, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but you said DFY, so I respect you off rip. You feel me? Because I know you put that pain in. You feel me? That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
rock with that.
No, it goes down, man. It was definitely a different schoolage, you know what I'm saying? Different times,
Facts.
you know, crack era and all that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
So, it was either eat or be eaten, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you gonna be a wolf or you gonna be a sheep. I'm 43 years old, so I know the knowledge you kicking. You feel me? I can
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. I thought you was a lot younger than that, bro. I thought you
Nah,
see,
I'm
no disrespect,
43.
no
You heard?
disrespect. You sound a lot younger though.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
I
you was
respect that.
thought you
But
was
I
like
know the
30,
knowledge you kicking. You feel me? 43. I'm about to be 44 in December. You feel me?
44 is a good number, man.
Yeah, facts. That's my lucky number.
Man, that mean we was born the same year too, huh?
Facts. But hey, yo, my man's what they know about the $150s. You heard
Across the face, lesson.
that
So you
part?
see me every time you look in the
Yeah,
mirror.
facts. You gonna remember what I'm talking about? What is they talking about?
Yeah, a lot of people just would be like, "Oh, your face fucked up,"
Yeah,
but
cause
really
you
that's a warning. That's a warning because like, that's letting you know I could have did worse, but
facts. But
instead
you
you got
came out
this.
your face, so I had to put you
I
in.
I I, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I mean I done pulled a few of those you heard, but like after you get older and all that, you know what I'm saying. A fair one is always respected. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo,
that's
facts.
ripping a motherfucker face is really you really trying to send a message. He did something bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
To cut a
So you
motherfucker
kind of
face, it's not no. It shouldn't be on no play shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because
if you get your face cut, you was on some shit that you really shouldn't have been speaking about, and you was on some disrespectful shit. You feel me?
yeah,
But we
usually
always gonna shoot
I'm
the
gonna say
fair.
I'm gonna say as somebody that has stabbed people in prison, I'm gonna say that looking back, any form of doing stuff like that, you have to live with. So I would say that is an extreme form of anything.
Yeah, but it's like he said, it's kill or be killed. Either you a wolf or you a sheep.
And I was 100% wolf, but I still gotta live with. I stabbed a Christian in the face on accident. I have to live with that
I respect that.
you accidentally stab somebody, bro. How you do that, bro? Oh shit.
because he was in the area when it was going down. He shouldn't have been right
You
there.
you was a you was a young boy at that time. You had to be young.
I mean, I was on a level 4 180 prison. It was kill or be killed. It's like he said, wolf or
But
sheep.
yo,
So
if you step in the way, you gonna catch this.
He just like when it's going down, I'd already stabbed other people and shit, and he just seemed to be laying down.
You went into a frenzy?
And he wasn't my homie, so I
Yeah.
crawled up, stuck him in the face. We crawled over to where all the bloods was. And then when it was over, I was like, I want platinum stripes because I stabbed him, and him. And then I was like, yeah, I stabbed him too. They was like, we need a gurney for this one. And they put him on a gurney. And it was like, blood, you stabbed him? That was the Christian.
Damn, Dirty. Now I know why your name Dirty, because you was doing motherfuckers dirty.
No, man, it's going down. It's spunky. Gunshot smoke, like you was shooting basketball.
Facts.
No, man, you supposed to get out the way. You see these bloods is tripping.
I respect it, bro.
Yeah, that guy, I'm not him no more though. I went on 60 days in and yeah. I'm playing like a motherfucker. Oh yeah, but I'm not that guy. That mind frame right there, I often reflect back to like I'm able to reflect back to that mind frame in the music that I wrote at that time. Like that let me know how far gone I was. And so all my music is a journey from where I started to where I am now.
Respectfully. Facts. Yo, Dirty, I gotta say this. You was on the live on the mushrooms, you feel me?
That was what's up, man. It felt like I've replenished my soul.
That's why them shits is wonderful, you feel me?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Where you from again, bro?
I was born in Cali, you feel me? At 11 years old, I moved to Wisconsin, but I've been in New York. I lived in New York for 5 years, you feel me? I lived in Brooklyn, you feel me?
Okay. Where you was at in Brooklyn?
I can't tell you that, bro. It may incriminate me, you know what I'm saying? I moved around a lot, you feel me?
You definitely shouldn't be on YouTube if you're doing that kind of shit. That's crazy. Damn. You was out here doing what? You was hustling, you was working, school?
I was doing a lot of shit, but it definitely wasn't school.
Yeah, shit, man. I kind of went through the mind, like what you said crossed through my mind, like, damn, shit, D-Lo, shit, if you on the run or shit, evading shit, man.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying, like,
so basically that's where we gotta draw the line with in getting to understand D-Lo. We can't ask questions about like New York.
Nah, bro, you can ask whatever you want, but I'm not going to speak on certain situations because I moved around. Like, I'll be over here.
I feel it because you don't want to like handcuff yourself to.
So let me ask you this, D-Lo. How long your name been D-Lo?
Since I was 11 years old.
So everywhere you went, your name has been D-Lo, or you was going under different aliases?
Nah, D-Lo. You feel me?
So it shouldn't really matter where you was at in Brooklyn. You were like real talk, because if you've been going by that same name, and you know, unless you know, I don't know, man. Maybe you want to run for some other shit. Oh, it sounds weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why where in Brooklyn you was at. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from. That's my hood. That's my borough. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding. You talking about you from out there? You've been out there 5 years. I just ask. You know, that's what New Yorkers do. Where you was at?
Maybe if it was maybe if it's
because I can't come on here and be like, yo, I'm from Cali. I was in Cali for 5 years, but yo, I'm not talking about where I was from.
Bro, like you low key trying to check me. Like I'm not talking the shit that I've been through. You feel me? And it's cool, bro. I don't have to explain myself to you. You feel me? And this ain't no disrespect. You feel me?
Copy.
I rock how I rock. You feel me? It is what it is. If you don't respect what I'm saying, cool.
I'm gonna say, you guys both got your opinions. Y'all see it how y'all see it, and there's no love lost. I would say that between both of y'all, because the importance of opinions and stances, man, that's what separates us. If we was all alike, shit, that wouldn't be fun. That would have been this. If y'all two was alike, this would have been the most boringest conversation ever.
No, all I'm saying is I'm an open book, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to come up here, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just to, displace the whole 5 joints in a place that I'm from, and you can't tell me nothing about it, is going to leaving me in an eerie place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking this New York shit, I'm trying to figure out, because I couldn't talk about no Cali shit and be like, yo, bro, I was out here in Cali for 5 years, but I can't tell you where I was at, what I was doing, or nothing, or none of that. Sure, it's weird to me. It just leaves me in a weird place. So that's why it's awkward right now, because it's like you got a big chunk missing from your life. You heard?
No, I don't have a big chunk missing from my life. You feel me? But I don't have to explain myself. So
don't say you was from Brooklyn, then, bro. That's it.
It's cool.
Don't say you was from Brooklyn, then.
It's cool. It's cool. Because you want to try to G-check somebody because you from Brooklyn, you feel me? It's cool, bro. I'm not even on that type of time, you feel me? So it's cool, bro. Get out your head, you heard? Like,
I would say, hey, if somebody had said they was from Sacramento, I would have questions. I would. So you kind of got to understand where he coming from as well.
I ain't saying to understand, but I don't have to explain.
All that, just don't even mention that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was some kind of like breaking the ice, trying to get in there, whatever the case may be.
I don't have.
But you know what I'm saying? If you gonna talk, man, talk for real, man. Because that right there, like, I couldn't be like, yo, I'm from Wisconsin, bro. And you asked me where the fuck I was at in Wisconsin, I can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird icebreaker. It makes it seem like it's not true. So that's why I'm asking, bro.
That's your opinion, you feel me? It's cool.
Yeah, I understand. So we went from war to real war.
I ain't got
because here's the thing. Both of y'all is right. Like, but the thing is, I can say I lean more toward the side of if a person, like, they not showing their face, and then they get questioned from somebody from where they at. I'm gonna give you an example. When me and my cousin Dwight went in the pen, we both from Sacramento. He from Oak Park, I'm from the Heights. And I can't hold your hand around the homies if they don't know you, or if, like, I can't do that. So then, but I was able to sit back and watch, like, oh yeah, he know all the homies too. He know everybody I know. Matter of fact, in his conversation, he can't even guide me about what a name, because I know them too. So it's important to, like, check it out the door so you know who you're dealing with. And if you're a person that's mysterious, then it's kind of disheartening to somebody that's engaging with you. That's really an open book. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want to know you, D-Lo. I want to know.
Right. This me.
Yeah, that's a beautiful salute. That's a beautiful good step.
Talking about
DVS.
Yo, what's up, man?
I seen you do something earlier. I seen you watch something get off on the wrong foot, and I seen you hit the reset button. So let's hit the reset button and see if there's a different way that we could come about this.
Listen, man, you and I both know we've been in the system. We know what's what, and I know what's in front of me. You heard? I ain't playing this. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what it is, dirty.
You're
not gonna do this. Come on,
you gonna use my intellect against me?
Come on. We're not doing that.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Then you jumped in my mind and used my mind against me. And in that case, like I said, like you said, shit, what you said.
How about the Yankees?
The Yankees, what they looking like?
They looking real bad, man. Real bad.
How about those Kings, though?
Sacramento?
Indeed.
What's their last game looking like, man?
I think the season opener about to start. Well, we won the last game.
Okay, all right, yeah. Y'all might have a chance. Y'all got some leeway to make it happen.
Well, shit, we went to the Western Conference first round.
Okay, all right.
So our expectations is to go deep this year. That's
As
our
you should.
expectations. And it just
Balls deep.
Balls deep. It just so happened I work for the Kings too. Like that
No
was
shit.
like it don't even get no better than that. Like picture getting to work for the team that's tattooed on you.
Oh wow, that's company man shit. I ain't that dedicated, you heard?
Oh no, I had it way before this.
Okay, all right.
I
That's
got
right.
this.
Y'all different. I forget that the West Coast, y'all teams are like gangs and all that, you heard?
I would think New York was something shit.
We got the Knicks and we got the Mets and we got the Yankees, and that's it, bro. We got the Rangers, and that's about it.
Are you telling me y'all fans ain't separated by what side of the bridge you grew up on? Like the Mets fans don't like Yankee fans?
Ain't nobody gonna get killed over no shit though.
Oh yeah, then that's different because like the San Diego Chargers and the Raiders, yeah, anything Raiders, somebody might get stabbed.
Yeah, you might die, bro.
Hey, you see, like when you see the fans fighting in the stands, like on Instagram and shit like that, it's always the San Diego fans or the Raiders fans.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact.
I wonder why you never see fans fighting at basketball games, though.
I don't know. That's a good question, man. Just definitely look into the statistics of that.
All right, man. Well, let's go and end this live, man. It's been a real informative live, man. Hey, y'all two, let's stay at the end.
Don't do that, Dirty. Don't do that.
All right, man. So we're gonna end this live. I was hoping to end it on a good note and things.
Salute everybody, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to all the real rights always, man.
Yes, sir. All right, Dirty. Go. Shout out D-Lo, man. Make sure you come back too.